I don't know, man. I feel so bad for a lot of the Warzone 2 community, just because they had such a big thing going with this.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. I just don't understand. Welcome, everybody, to episode 114 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike.
I'm Justin.
Justin, how are we doing today, my friend?
Pretty good. Good day.
Yeah, great
nice
day.
Cool
bro.
day.
It's a very nice day. Yeah, the past week. I mean, dude, we usually are we're half Call of Duty commentators. We're also half weather people.
Yeah.
We haven't done our weather update, bro. It was horrendously hot the past couple of days. We got a little taste of summer.
Yeah.
And now we're back to reality here.
Yeah, back to what it should be.
Yeah, in the mid 60s.
Yeah.
Chilling, thank God.
I mean, I will take the hot weather, though, those past 2 days. That wasn't bad compared to what we usually get in the summer.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Like, I'll take that.
I think the only thing that was rough about it was just how it all of a sudden happened. Like, we were just kind of getting, like, you know, I don't know, days where I wake up and it's cold out and you got to wear a jacket outside. And then, too, when I wake up, it's already 65, 70 degrees. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know? And getting, like, I got a little burnt. You know what I mean? My skin's not built for the sun.
Yeah.
So it was definitely rough. But now we're back to some more cooler temperatures.
Yeah, back to the 60s.
Yeah. I'm on vacation right now. By the time this comes out, unfortunately, I'm not.
You'll be back. Yeah.
So I'll be sad.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm super happy.
Yeah.
I'm ready to grind. Before we even get anything going on, though, dude, we got to give an update from last episode.
Yeah.
Last episode, fill us in. What was the vibe?
I was pissed. I didn't hit Crimson 1. I hit Crimson 1. Right before... the cut over to season 3. So if you followed us on Twitter, you know.
Yep. Be sure to go follow if you don't already.
Yeah. So the day that we recorded that episode, it was Monday, I think. No, it was Sunday.
Yep.
Because we've been recording the episode. It's just worked out that you're like around here on Sundays. But we had 2 days left. I was about like 300-ish SR away. And I was like, okay, it's not going to happen. And then Monday... I stayed up playing till like 3 a.m. To get to a point where I could hit Crimson, and then we played.
No, Sunday. Sunday you grinded, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It was one of those days. Yeah, I don't know. It was a blur, but I stayed up really late.
Mad late.
Yeah, because I had work the next day too. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I get to hit Crimson. I'm not gonna be a bitch.
It's one of those days. You got to take the. You got to bite the bullet and just be we got to do it.
Yeah, and then. Next day, we played like a couple games, and we won all of them but one, and that hit Crimson 1.
Yep.
Which, that was nice. Paid off because now it's started Season 3, so now I'm in Diamond 1. I'm almost Diamond 2. And you're, Plat 1 right now?
Yeah, about to be Plat 2, pretty close to it.
And so, jump into that. Like, our goal for Season 3 is, Crimson, I think if we don't hit... That's kind of ridiculous because we have 60 days.
Yeah.
And we are not starting at the bottom.
You have one tier to go through, and I have 2. Plat, I'll get through, no problem.
Crimson, that's like priority. And then the goal is Iridescent.
Yeah.
I think we can hit Iridescent. I know if you gave me more time, I would have been able to hit Iridescent for sure.
Yeah, I think with Iridescent, I'm still debating if it's going to be something that for sure, Crimson is going to be the goal by the time that Season 3 is over. Going forward, though, how I see it, for you, it could be a little bit different. For both, we can end up doing it, but I'm thinking if we hit Crimson, right, and then we get demoted down to Diamond, it's going to be like just another step that'll be closer to Iridescent. You get what I'm saying? So I'm kind of thinking for myself, I'd have to go through, Platinum right now, then Diamond, then Crimson, then to get to Iridescent. You've got Diamond, Crimson, Iridescent.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking if it's going to be my long-term goal, like I want to end this COD having hit Iridescent, or if it's going to be my Season 3 goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the goal should to hit Iridescent Season 3.
Yeah.
Because, regardless, even if you hit Crimson and, the season ends, we're going to be starting back in Diamond again.
Diamond, yeah.
So if you really want to restart again...
Dude, I was honestly, we were both kind of surprised that for myself, I had to go and restart at Plat.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised about that. I thought you were going to start in Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like, I just logged on. First off, logged on, and we were all bronze.
Yeah, I mean,
which I was like,
still bronze right now.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that was a little horrifying.
Yeah.
And then we win the first game, and we got 3,000 SR, and I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iridescent already made it, baby. But yeah, you obviously, like I said, you hit Crimson once, and then you got demoted down to Diamond, and myself got down to Plat, which I was bummed about. You know, I thought we were just going to get reset to, like there was going to be, I thought there was
Diamond to Iridescent.
It was a cutoff.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be Diamond.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they screwed up or if that's what they actually meant.
Yeah.
Like you have to be Crimson Iridescent, and then you'd be demoted down to Diamond.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it shouldn't be hard to get out of Plat, though. Like, with the amount that we play.
No,
we should be able to hit it. Like, there's no reason for, unless, like, I mean, like you said, you have this whole week off. Like, summer's about to come up. Like, you got time. If you're not hopping on, that's just because you're doing other stuff.
Yeah.
It's on you.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to hit it. I'm saying it right now. I'm either hitting Crimson 3 or Iridescent. Right now, episode 114.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
I'm saying for myself, I mean, again, it all depends. This week, I'm going to be grinding a shit ton. I'm going to be playing a lot of pubs and a lot of ranked. So it's going to be a lot of solo queues. Hopefully, I don't get cursed with some absolute dorks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to, with the amount of time I'll probably put in this week, I'm hoping this week I can get out of Plat and get into Diamond 1, which I think that's achievable.
Yeah, no, it's definitely achievable because you should be at Plat right now with like how we play. You should be getting close to like 100 SR like a game.
Yeah.
Because in Diamond right now, I'm about to hit Diamond 2. One game off. One really good game off.
Yeah.
I still get like 50 to 80 SR.
Yeah.
Like in Diamond.
Yeah.
You get a string of good games and then you're up like a tier already.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, again, getting those like the 5-win streak, the 8-win streak, getting the purple banner. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to hit Crimson 3. That's the goal. You know, but even by that point, if I'm at Crimson 3, I'm pissed because I'm like, I gotta get the Iridescent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm so close.
That's why I grinded.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not settling in 3. It depends how close I am to Iridescent.
Yeah.
But like, look, I'm staying up till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. if I have to. I don't care. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it for you guys and just for myself to say that
you did it.
I'm in the top 1%.
Yeah.
To do this.
I was gonna say, side note too. With that, you just mentioned the percentage. It was pretty cool because we talked about this. I can't remember the last episode or the one prior to that.
Yeah.
About how we thought it'd be a really cool idea if they had something where they would show where everybody falls in ranked. And it was no shock. You know, most people ended up falling into, I believe it was silver 3, gold 1, somewhere around there. And then just it got less and less as you go on.
Yeah. So Treyarch, shout out whoever decided to put that out.
They took your idea, bro.
Yeah, they did. Where's my dividends?
Yeah, right.
That?
They were listening.
But yeah, so like I'll put the like
image of it,
the graphic that they posted up on right now, and you can see like between bronze and gold, like that's where the majority of people fall, and then it just tapers off like completely once you hit like diamond and then crimson and iridescent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean a lot of people fall off after plat. Like the majority of people fall off after that.
Yeah, there was a huge dip from gold into plat. And then from that point on, it's an immediate, like, it's a pretty sharp downhill. Yeah. Which again is no surprise. We've talked about it before though, how some of the guys that are in the competitive scene, they have like a skewed view of the people that are listening to them and watching them, thinking that most of these people, oh yeah, they're in diamond or they're in crimson. Yeah. It's like, bro, that is not the case at all. It's like, it's honestly pretty rare to be up at that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Like diamond, I think diamond was like what, top 7% of people. Crimson was top 3%, and then iridescent was top 1%.
Yeah.
And bronze, silver, and gold combined made up more than 50% of like the ranked players.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, I'm not surprised about that. That's where most like casuals, you know, fall under. So let us know where you guys fall, because, you know, Mike and I right now, top 5%.
Dude, heck yeah, man. Goes to show, too, for the people listening, man. You know, again, we say it every time. We work 9-to-5 jobs.
Yeah.
You know, we got lives outside of Call of Duty, and we hit it.
Yeah.
And again, we play, on average, we play about 2 hours a day at the end of the day, from like 9:30, 10 to around 11:30.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's definitely, you just got to prioritize it.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to hit that. Obviously, like, you need, like, the skill set to hit it.
Right.
But, like, you know, if you have it and you actually want to hit it, you can do it.
Yeah. No, for sure.
You just need to put in, like, a couple hours, like, here and there and prioritize it. And, like, so hitting Iridescent, I'm probably going to have to put in, like, a little more time into it because that's going to be pretty hard to get. But that also depends if, like, we're winning a lot. Like, if we're just continuously, like, winning, I mean, we'll get there pretty quick. Yeah,
I think if we're going to try to be hitting Iridescent, it's probably going to be, like, an extra, like, hour a day.
Of winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't lose.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just, like, within an hour, if we play, I don't know how many games you would play in an hour. Like, 4? 3? Something like that?
I would say
you think more?
3.
Yeah, probably 3 games in an hour. Yeah. You know, if you're winning all those games or losing only one of them, that's probably the amount of time you need to put in every day just to help balance out from, like, our daily lives to be able to hit Iridescent.
Yeah. And, like, on top of that, like, if, like, you hop on, like, primarily in the morning, like, way more than me.
Yeah.
You need to, like, solo queue if you want to be hitting, like, Iridescent. Like, I solo... I mean, I'm at the point where, like, I don't care if you're not on, I'm solo queuing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm almost Diamond 2.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. I mean, like, it also depends how you play, too, because, like, I consider myself more of a role player than anything. Like, whatever you need me, I'm going to do that.
Pick it up.
Yeah. And, like, it works out if you're like that. But if you're a super fast, like, sub player, you know, that's kind of... It doesn't matter how much you slay. Because if you're slaying and you don't have a trophy system, you're screwed, which I'm going to add on to. If you are playing ranked play and you run a TAC, you should be running a trophy system. Because I guarantee you're not going to be making an impactful play with Dead Silent.
Yeah.
Let your subs do that. And guess what? If your subs are, like, they're awful, then, okay, you have my approval. Switch to the sub.
Right.
And go help them.
Right.
I just hate playing in because I see it all the time because I am the role player. And when you see me run attack versus the sub, my play style is completely different. So different.
Yeah, like 99, it's not even 90% of the time. 100% of the time when we are in respawn, I'm running a trophy every time.
Yeah.
Because the lack of people that run it, it's insane.
Yeah.
You'll go on a hill on a hard point of control and you're just looking around and, like, we've already rotated. And I'm like, okay, there's no way all 3 of us, you know, I mean, even if you're not running it, the other 3 may. I'm like, there's no way none of us have this recharged.
Yeah.
You know, like haven't earned right now.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's my biggest pet peeve because then, like, you know, stuns come in, nades come in, you know, people get damaged, and then boom, they get a break in, you know?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's beyond aggravating.
Yeah, and if you have a sub, you should be the one, like, making the impactful plays.
Right.
Like, you know, you have your ARs in the back, they're making, you know, the tactical play.
Yep.
Sitting in the back and anchoring and holding. With a sub, you want that silence because, like, if you have a trophy, that means you're probably just sitting and waiting in a spot, which subs usually don't do that.
Yeah.
So I hate running a trophy when I'm on the Vaz, but I will if I have to. 'Cause, again, that's why I have, like, 12 classes. There are, like, 6 of them have Dead Silence. 6 have trophy.
And they're carbon copies of each other other than that one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's all different scenarios, but the fact that if you're an AR player, I'm telling you right now, I better not catch you with that silence.
I want to see that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
No.
Like,
you're not going to utilize it.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah. The only map I will consider it is actually no, maybe a CeeLo and Expo. That's it.
I was going to say a CeeLo. That's the only one I could see it.
Because lately, like, when we play a CeeLo, Control or Surge, I'm the only one ever running a sub, which, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with. I'll play either. But my routes are so different on that map with attack or a sub.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I'm a Vaz, which I have been running, I'm running right down the middle.
Yeah.
I'm not touching the outskirts. I'm always going to be in the middle. If I run attack, I'm on the outskirts the whole time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, myself on Asilo, doesn't matter what game mode we're playing, I'm always running attack on there.
Yeah.
And I say it all the time. They're like, where are you going? Like, I'm going tower or I'm going to go fields. Like, and I'll maybe like, I'll go up in like top window on both sides to try to look over mid, but I'm never going into like bottom pool and bottom checks unless I absolutely have to because we gotta rush because we've only got a couple seconds to get on the hill. You know, I always just trying to play for like the longer gunfights.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. I mean, even in those cases, like I'm still going to be running a trophy, you know? I don't know. It's really frustrating.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where like we play these games and they're like a hard point, right? And I'll see exactly why we lose. Like we lose because now we're getting like out rotated. We're just getting broken over and over again. Like I look at the kills, I'm like, we're not getting like outslayed badly here. You know, like we're all relatively even. Like they may have a couple more kills. No one on our team is frying. You know, and carrying them. They literally just because no one runs trophies. They just go in. They get the easiest break of all time. Yeah, I'm like we are literally handing these to them.
Yeah, we're just giving them like easy gunfights. That's what
exactly.
Like we're just challenging with gunfights, and you know, you need to put your ego aside. Yeah, like whatever. Look, if you're a better Vaz than me, go for it. I don't care. I will run attack and sit with my trophy system. Yeah, like because that's a hard thing about it. It's hard for me to trust random players, but if I see it in the first like minute, I'm like, all right, like you guys are slaying out. You guys are doing what you need to do. That's fine. But like within the first minute or two, and I see like, okay, we're not holding positions. Like we spawned good side for the next hard point. We don't want to flip, and like people are just overextending and pushing out more. I'm like, okay. Now in my head, I'm like, they're not slaying. They're not anchoring. Do I have to do everything? Right. And then I try to do everything, and that's when we lose.
That's when you go. Yeah. That's when like your whole thought process of how to play the game goes out the window.
Yeah. Because the moment you hear me say, "All right, I'm switching," that's when you know that something's wrong.
Yeah. Well, we know too because so many times on there, like the guy, like the teammates that you have, they're not doing anything. You know. Yeah. They're just not like they're not doing anything as you just mentioned. They're not holding certain spots. Like. I think a thing too that really bothers me is I see like with only 15 seconds left, and we're guilty of this too sometimes. Not like just getting fucked on rotations. Yeah. Just like trying to be more proactive with it, but sometimes these guys spawn out and it's like, yeah, we'll get the 15 seconds, and I'm like, oh damn, all right, I'm on the rotation, and I see these guys are still hitting old hill. Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like I don't understand that at all. Yeah, you know,
and. It's just so annoying when when players are like that. No, we've done it like a handful of times, but I mean, personally, I think I've cleaned up on it at least from
both of us have,
Diamond 3 to Crim. Yeah. Like when I'm in like my flow state, I know what I'm doing on the map. But if you hear me, which you've heard a lot, like all right, I'm switching. That's when like you know I'm not confident in someone on the team. Right. And that's when I get really frustrated because if I have to switch, now I have
your whole game plan changes up.
My playstyle has to change. And, you know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But, you know, I'd rather be the one changing and making the difference than trusting like some random player to do it. Yeah. And like I would like you're usually whatever weapon you rock, like you rock that whole map. I don't want you to change. Yeah. And unless like I'm getting destroyed, whether I have attack or I have a Baz. Yeah. Like if I need pressure, I need help speeding up the map. Yeah. Then like maybe I'll ask you, but usually you just run whatever, like your set weapon on that set map.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. And I would say every time I run a sub. Yeah. That's usually what I do. And then like again, depending on obviously the guys that we play and our teammates to see what they're doing, I'll change up my play style. Like I may play a bit more passive. Usually what I try to do is I try to run in and bait. Yeah. Cuz most of the time we'll have another guy on the team who's like I'll see if he's able to pick up my trades. Yeah. But that's the whole thing too. I feel like as we've played ranked throughout the years more and more, you start getting a better read on like how to immediately change up your gameplay.
Yeah.
Depending on who's playing with you. Like we all the time, how often do we say we're like 2 teammate? Like you need to get that. Like, all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll run in because I'm like, all right, I know there's someone here. And I also know like I'm going to maybe make a chow because I see a teammate that's on the map close. I'm like, okay, if I win this gunfight, great. If I lose this, teammate can pick this up and we're good. And then we can still go and get a hill. But then he'll like won't even acknowledge that kill that went down or like I die. And I'm like, dude, how do you not see that? You know, like you have to know.
Yeah, you have to know. You know? And this is us expecting, you know, at the like diamond crim level. Yeah. Like if you're up there, you should know. Yeah, what you have to do.
I mean, we
like the bare minimums of like, you know, rotating, spawns for the most part.
Yeah,
like picking up trades, like all this stuff is basic stuff. So you know, these are tips for you guys if you're not like up there. But if you can do that, like you're gonna win.
Well, we were talking about this yesterday at the because we spent on Saturday we were at the Helix Esports Center. Shout out to those guys in Boston Breach because they had a watch party there for the Breach Optic game and it was fantastic. They always every time they've done this, it just gets better and better.
Yeah, there were a lot of people.
There was a ton, bro.
Yeah, way more.
Yeah,
than the last few times.
They just every time they've done that show, like remember the first times they started doing it, it wasn't as big.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a few people there, but now like it's a big deal. Like a lot of people showed out, and it always makes it so much more fun. You know,
yeah.
Like I love seeing all the hype between all the Breach fans there. There were a couple Optic people there, unfortunately.
But. Yeah, I do think Optic like helped just because
it is
Boston was playing Optic. Yeah. But it was good though. I'm glad they're doing it.
Yeah,
they're doing like. Supposedly one per month.
Yeah.
So
which is a good move.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is we were there talking with some other guys who obviously they play COD and they play ranked. It's like the stuff that we're talking about, like, you know, if you're early on, you're in silver, maybe gold. Definitely if you're in bronze, it's more common to not expect this stuff of people.
Yeah.
But again, like, you know, we were there and people that we've seen from our viewers, like a lot of people are in that realm.
Yeah.
Like in the silver gold. Those are the things that separate you from the people that are going to be in like plat and diamond and beyond.
Yeah.
You know, is just paying attention to small things on the map, you know, like I'm always looking at that mini map, always seeing what kills are going down, like not even from you, you know, just from the teammates, see what's happening. That way we can have plays develop.
Yeah,
you know? And kind of figure out what to do. A lot of times in the lower tiers, you're not going to see that stuff. And that's why it's just like people running and not pausing to see like, okay, what should I do here?
Yeah, I mean, and obviously like the lower divisions, like you would expect that, like you said, because that's usually where most casuals fall. And like, you know, new fans and stuff, that's where like I want more people to play ranked, obviously.
Right.
But if you want to hit, I would say honestly, like that plat, if you can hit plat, between plat 1 and plat 3, like you have potential to get up into diamond.
Yeah.
Because you separate yourself from like that pact of gold and below by doing, you know, all that stuff. Recognizing like the spawn points and, you know, rotating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, not hyping us up, if you put us against a lobby of silvers,
they're going to annihilate it.
Yeah, they're not standing a chance.
And it's not on gun skill.
Yeah, no.
It has nothing to do with gun skill. Like, can we probably piece them on that? Yeah. But a lot of it is just on our communication and like knowing what's developing on the map.
Yeah.
You know, just having a strategy for what's going to go down. And that, like, for both of us, as we've been playing this, like, we've gotten better on some maps faster than others, you know? Some maps have really clicked and we just, like, we understand how it works. Like, I would say, for the most part, like a map that I think we're good on is was it not Express? What's the map I'm thinking of?
Expo.
No, well, yeah, Expo we're not bad on. Embassy.
Yeah, Embassy.
I feel like Embassy Hardpoint we're pretty solid on that. Same thing with Search. You know? Yeah. But then some maps like that, I know I need to say with both of us we struggle with at times is what is it? Fortress. Hardpoint, like getting some of those rotations down, particularly that P2 to P3.
Yeah.
Like, but those are just little things that like over time you have to have that look at yourself and be like, yo, these are things that we got to work on, or just be more aware of, you know?
Yeah. And that's like, I mean, obviously some maps are harder than others.
Exactly.
Right? Like I would say for that P to P3, like that's going to be hard for majority of people.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, like say you have control of P2, like your enemy team's spawning on the next hard point.
Exactly.
So like you got to bully your way like through. So that's gonna be hard for anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think we're really good at hotel. Personally, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm gonna say it. I really like Expo. I don't know. There's something about
I'm
that
with you
map.
on that.
Like I fry on that map. Personally, I don't think I've had a bad game like statistically on that map.
It's such a fun map.
Yeah,
honestly.
and
it flows so nice.
Yeah, and I really, really like that map.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in competitive don't like it, but in ranked, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and ranked and competitive, of course, two different animals.
Yeah,
but I'm with you, man. I think that map. I mean, dude, it's so much better than Fortress Control.
Yeah,
I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what anyone says. Fortress Control. I would see that, and I would always just be like,
yeah,
here we go.
Yeah.
I never get that with Expo.
Yeah.
Because they could always get mixy, and it could always like there's no definite like side that's gonna always win.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So if you guys don't like Expo, just adjust your gameplay a little bit. I really, really like Expo.
Yeah, Expo's a dub,
and it shows when we're like both playing.
Yeah, for sure. So with season 3 now or season 2 of ranked, that's again we talk about our goals. Like that's all stuff we're just gonna be cleaning up. We'll keep the updates going on with that as well. Though with season 3, we did get our hands on some of the new maps.
Yep.
Getting to play those. Before I even get into that though, a little annoying thing is when season 3 came out and then we had to go restart. Bro, like my like some of my settings on my game got reset. That pissed me off.
That's not you're not the only one.
Yeah.
A lot of people did too. So if you're playing ranked specifically, or you're just playing in general, and you notice your game is like a little wonky, like your bullets aren't registering, go into your settings because stuff got reset.
Yeah.
For me, the only thing that got reset was world blur.
Yeah.
Like that was the only thing that changed on mine. Everything else was the same.
That got reset for me, and then same thing with my frames.
Yeah.
Which was like again just odd things.
Yeah.
So again, go check that if you haven't.
Yeah, if it feels funny.
Because what I did was we loaded into our first game. It was a Paleo Diets Lighthouse.
Yeah, the Lighthouse. Yeah, Lighthouse map.
Yeah, bro. Give me the thoughts, Justin. Lighthouse map. What you think? W or is it an L?
I mean, I'm biased. I had a really good game, so I liked it.
God tier.
I mean, it's all right. Yeah, I mean, we haven't played it enough to say, but at least it's a new map. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
The only thing, like, it's dark and like, which it fits like the vibe of the map. It's pretty elevated. I mean, you're fighting on a lighthouse,
Right.
I enjoyed it. The first time. Obviously, like I think you and I have picked up how to play brand new maps. Like we change our play style a little bit because we don't know where things are. While I would say the majority of players on a new map, the go button. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Go. And they're not really, they're different angles everywhere.
Yeah.
You just don't know. But I mean, I would say it's mid. Nothing crazy. Nothing. I don't think it's awful.
Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible map.
Yeah.
I think it's a very interesting map.
Yeah.
And like the whole water side too, like along the cliffs is strange.
Yeah.
I've heard that there's a hardpoint hill that's in the water.
Yeah.
Have not experienced this yet because we only played Control on it. Control seems like for public matches, Control seems fine on it.
Yeah.
Thing that is cool about that is that there is a house that's in the middle of it, which is a 1-for-1 copy of the house in the state in the OG MW2. It's definitely like, I don't know. Remember you told me that, and then I walked into the house. I was like, oh, let me go see this. And it was like a flood of members. Him like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's very odd.
Yeah.
Don't know why they did that. Yeah.
I don't know. Why not just bring a state?
I know, right? We talked about this in 113.
So if you played MW2, the original MW2, if you walk through the front door, it's a state. Like the stairs are on your left.
That main like room is to the right.
Right,
the windows there.
with the windows, and it has a little like balcony or overlook.
Yep.
Right when you walk in, and it's crazy. How similar it is.
Yeah. Again, I find that very strange. How they, there's no way that's a coincidence, right?
No, I don't think so.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, let's say you like threw it in, like, oh look, here's a cool little Easter egg. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but why don't you bring back the old maps?
Exactly, like that would have been cooler.
Yeah, because they should know like the community want the old maps,
right?
So it would be different if they brought like old maps back already, and they're like, oh, here's we didn't plan on bringing a state back, but here's a little Easter egg for like the OG guys,
right.
And like that would have been cool, but
yeah.
Overall though, that map's like it's all right. I mean, I don't hate it. I'd play it again.
Dude, yeah, I would agree. I mean, I don't think it's too bad. Again, just like it's nice to have a new map in there. And it's like it fills that void, but yeah, nothing. I think it's gonna get forgotten for sure. As most of these like DLC maps in COD, they're always that way. They never really stand the test of time as like well-known maps.
Yeah.
One that I hope gets forgotten, bro. Black Gold.
Yeah, that was not
this map. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Get it out. This is I don't understand this map at all.
Yeah.
It's a very bland map. And it's at fucking night.
Yeah.
It's
can't see it. So the lighthouse
night vision.
It's at night, but it's just like foggy.
Right.
You can see people.
Yeah.
This one is actually at night. Like everyone's
night.
Everyone's wearing night vision goggles, and you're forced to like use in the campaign and stuff. Like you have a laser sight in when you're wearing night vision goggles. So any class you pick, you're forced to have that on. Like it'll automatically just add it on for you. Which, look, it's interesting, right? But we both hate it.
Yeah, I conceptually I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
But when the actual execution of it is awful.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It doesn't. I get what they're trying to do, but like, oh, we're gonna go switch up the play style and have something a little bit different. Like, oh yeah, it's different, but in the worst way imaginable.
It's not Call of Duty. It ruins the flow of the game.
Yeah.
This is like Rainbow Six.
I was gonna say, bro, that's a Rainbow Six kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, definitely.
You want to play S&D on Black Gold?
Yeah.
And you're playing Rainbow.
Yeah. It's so slow because you can't see anyone, even if you have night vision.
Yeah.
The map's like pretty wide open, and if you see someone from far away, yeah, good luck. Like you have to use a laser sight.
Yeah.
Trying to take someone down.
And if you haven't played it and haven't used a laser sight, it's like your gun is like this, and then it's tilted at like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
So it's just, and you just have like, you can see lasers all over the map. Too.
Yeah. So you just have to center.
Yeah. So you see too, like there's times I'll be on that map. I mean, we only played one game. Like I did nice on it, but like just because the only reason I did nice on that is because other people don't have eyeballs.
Yeah.
They don't
see the laser.
Yeah. They don't see the, Like it was a new map. Yeah. They don't understand that. And I'll be walking around, and then I see a laser pointed. I'm like, oh, let me just go wait here. Yeah. And then sure enough, I hear them stepping towards me. I'm like, moron,
Yeah.
But that sucks.
Yeah, no, exactly. What I was doing was I didn't do well on that map at all. I was trying to just get into the spawn.
Yeah.
And like my play style, I can't get away with doing that because you're gonna see my laser sight. Yeah. Even when I'm running.
Yeah.
Like the laser's still like, pointing around everywhere.
Yeah.
And what I was doing was I would sit and wait, and then I'd aim my laser towards like a wall. Yeah. And have it over to the side and just like look at a certain area until they come. But again, like if you're doing that, it hurts you because now you have to take an extra step to center again. But I don't want these people to look at my laser sight and know that I'm sitting there. But, as you saw, I'm probably overthinking it too much for the people because most of them probably don't even look at the laser sight.
Right,
so like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Even though it's right in front of you.
Like, yo, what is that?
I'm thinking that they're thinking the same exact thing as me.
And they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
So it hurt me. I'm like, man, I expect people to be a little smarter.
It's almost, I've had that before too, like in games where you think like that they're on your like same wavelength of thought, like, oh, this guy's gonna fake me out.
Yeah.
But he ends up faking you out because he does the more obvious thing that you didn't even think of.
Yeah.
And they just did it by like, by accident.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like they outsmarted you at that level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like very odd. I get that a lot too. Like in certain situations where there's a guy, like it'll be a 1v1 and I'm like, oh, this guy's going to go and try to fake me out. He thinks I'm here and then he ends up just kind of like burger walking around the corner. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, you gave the player like too much props.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
and it costed me.
Yeah. So that map, I think they should just open it up to like daytime.
Yeah,
that map would be fine. Like it kind of reminds me of Carbon from MW3,
bro.
If they open it up to daytime,
dude, we're always on the. I was literally gonna say exactly that. I was like, I was gonna finish and be like Carbon.
Yeah. I didn't like that map in MW3, but this map, I think it would look nicer if it was in the daytime.
Yeah, I think so too. Again, conceptually, it's a cool idea. In practice, though, it's awful.
Yeah.
You know, if there was the vote to skip that was still around, I would skip that map every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that map is an L.
Yeah. So big miss on that map.
Yeah. You know, overall, like both maps added in for pubs. It's I would say with that map brings it down to like a 5.5, 6.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Black Gold's like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah. It's not like a Lighthouse saves. You know, it's nothing groundbreaking.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see when Season 3 Reloaded, if they drop another map, see what comes about. You know, because again, those ones are just very average.
Yeah, which not ideal for us, right? Like what's pushing us right now is, the ranked. Like honestly, I know a lot of people right now don't like, you know, they're not playing MW2, and it's not living to the expectation of the name. But like ranked has saved it, like for us. I would say. I mean, like I really enjoy pubs. Pubs in this are way more fun than Vanguard. I could sit in pubs all day if I had like a goal, like I had to hit a certain level, I could do it.
Yeah.
Compared to Vanguard, like I'm really, really forcing myself to stay on pubs just to hit, you know, a certain level.
Yeah.
And like we said last episode, our goal is to hit 650, you know, as fast as we can. And I feel like on a weekend, I could just sit there and play for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
To hit whatever number I need to.
Yeah. I mean, again, like this game, it hasn't lived up to anyone's expectations. But I still feel like, at least with this game, I can sit down and play this game. I can play pubs. Like there's a lot of times in the morning, again, I'll solo queue and just play because it's fun. Yeah. You know? Vanguard, I maybe on one hand I can count how many times I did that. Yeah. And not like it was not enjoyable. Yeah. You know? MW2 for me is like relatively enjoyable to play.
Yeah. I mean, when we do our rating at the end of the year, I mean, this is already higher than Vanguard, but like Vanguard, I stayed on and forced myself to play to get better. Right. And like, again, it was me. I really had to push myself to stay on and do it.
Yeah. This game is nowhere near as much of a push.
Yeah, no. And it makes it a lot easier for like, you know, us doing this podcasting content because that's the main reason why like I hop on and play so much. Yeah. So then I can give you guys like a fair review.
Yeah,
and,
we can actually talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
And like I'm a big believer, it just makes you better. Yeah. It really does make you better. And when I see people like make stupid plays, I'm like, you don't play enough. You don't play enough, yeah. Yeah. That's all it is. You make a stupid play or something. Like I'm a big believer. It will make you better. Just play the game a lot. Yeah. No, and that's what's been tough too, because with this whole with Season 3 rolling out, this was supposed to be a big change for Warzone. Yeah. Or Warzone 2, I should say. And it doesn't seem like it's really delivered much. No. Like, hasn't delivered much hope. So, dude, same thing. Like, these people who are in the Warzone content realm, I mean, bro, it is tough out there. Yeah. Just switch over to multiplayer. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. I feel so bad for a lot of the Warzone 2 community. Just because they had such a big thing going with this. Yeah. And I don't know what happened. I just don't understand how they dropped the ball so much and let down their core base. Yeah. I think they're just trying to, I don't know. They're trying to do too much or something. But again, like, are they trying to do too much though? Because Treyarch had to create ranked for this. I told you that they're delaying ranked because there was a bug and they fixed it within like the 2 hours. I was going to say, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And people, first off, they're mad. And I'm like, you don't understand. There are multiple like devs working on this. Right. But first off, like, I'm going to say, Treyarch, applause to you. You bailed out, Infinity Ward unranked. You helped create this whole system. They're helping create Warzone 2 like competitive, like their rank play. Also on top of that, creating their new game. And they're helping out with developing Warzone 2 like updates with Raven. So they're doing everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they have like their game and also zombies on the side. Like they're doing a lot.
Yeah, dude, Treyarch,
and they're doing good things.
Treyarch has carried Call of Duty forever.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, they should just have it, you know?
Yeah.
I think they should be the sole people that make Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because they seem to be the ones that care the most about the fans and actually like put in quality work.
Yeah. And for the Warzone creators, like it sucks because this is what multiplayer's been going through though for a while now. Like we had the really, really good era and then, you know, it just kind of fell off. So for the Warzone creators, like we get it. It's tough.
Yeah, dude, it's tough times.
And we don't even play Warzone 2. Like probably not going to touch it, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, friends or something want to play it, like a couple games or whatever. But you're going to catch both of us on multiplayer, whether in pubs or ranked.
Yeah, every single time. Especially too, you know, if there was something that was enticing over a Warzone 2, we would go play it for you guys and just, you know, see what the deal is. But
there's just
it seems like it's a wasteland.
Yeah, there's nothing
you know?
enticing.
No, there's nothing that it has to offer. You know, though I will say you mentioned it, I am interested to see what they do with this Warzone 2 ranked.
Yeah.
You know, but that's to be determined. I don't know if they have a date for when that's coming out. And exactly what it's going to entail. But it does sound interesting just because about what MW2 ranked has done. I hope Warzone 2 ranked can do the same kind of thing for the community.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's no surprise that they asked Treyarch to create this. And the only problem is, what sucks is that at least multiplayer for MW2, in our eyes, it has like a decent like base. It's right there. And Treyarch created a great rank system and you know, they were able to capitalize on that base. Warzone 2 doesn't have a good base.
Yeah.
But now they're going to make a rank system for it that probably should have been in Warzone 1 already.
Yeah.
So now they're working with a shit base. They're going to make a great rank system, I bet, and like how it works. But it's just the actual gameplay.
Yeah. They're going to like try to build a mansion in a swamp.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it looks nice, but like, look what it's built off of. You know, your core sucks.
Yeah, people are going to like hate it because of that.
Yeah.
And blame Treyarch, and you're like, you're blaming the wrong developers.
Don't ever blame those boys.
Yeah, because
in my eyes, they can do no wrong, bro.
Yeah, yeah. But with the Warzone 2 update, there were like, you know, some of the movement updates, but it still didn't help like Warzone. It makes multiplayer better because we've noticed it. You can slide faster. If you dolphin dive, like you shoot a bit faster. Like I definitely feel that the game feels faster as a sub now.
Yeah, they turn the dial up just a little bit.
Yeah, because I think we played like the day after the update or something, and like I know it was Hotel Hardpoint, and I 3-pieced these guys bad purely off movement.
Right.
Like I dolphin dived on the point, you died. Traded the guy that was one shot, snaked a little bit, killed the second guy, and you called out like a third was coming from wine, and I killed the guy, slid, jumped up, and killed him. I was like, oh man, this feels that felt good.
Yeah, the slide to jump and everything, or slide to ADSing feels better.
Yeah, yeah. So I like that. You know, I mean, again, I personally don't like slide canceling and all. You know, that's a whole nother conversation, but you and I aren't against like, you know, the fast movement. It doesn't matter. We're going to adapt to it. But even if they go back to, you know, no dolphin diving, no sliding, and it's just what COD was back in MW2, we'd be fine with that too.
Yeah. And they did a whole comparison video. I'm sure people had seen it. And it was from strafing in MW3 Dome compared to MW2 of this game this year Dome, and it's so much slower, you know. And you forget, like I don't know, it's just because again we haven't played that game in so many years, and times are different and what we're on and everything. But man, that game was so much faster. You know? So we're fans of, like, we're big proponents of it, man. We love like all the Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, like those games are fast.
And I know for sure I said it in one of the tactical, like it might have been Vanguard, But again, I didn't want tac sprint in there because tac sprint's just another movement, and it's just like a placebo for us thinking that it's making us go faster.
Right.
Because in that comparison video, in MW3, like the old MW3, you're sprinting and like you're going faster than like the actual tac sprint.
Yeah.
So, and tac sprint dies off. Like you're not continuously sprinting.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the thing. I don't just get rid of the tac sprint.
Yeah,
I'm fine getting rid of all that stuff.
Yeah. Get rid of the tac sprint and just up the like standard sprinting speed.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you need to do.
Yeah. Have unlimited sprint, like what Cold War did. Yeah. Shout out Treyarch.
Once again.
Again, unlimited sprint.
Dude, Cold War is always going to be one of like, that's a game now that people are going to look back on and realize how good it was.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we knew like playing through about halfway into the lifespan of that game that it was a really, really good COD.
Yeah.
I just wish the ranked on that game was better. Can you imagine if that game had a really good ranked?
If it had this ranked, yeah.
Well, yeah. Dude, Cold War with MW2 ranked, God game.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
it would have been so
top
much
five.
fun.
Top five best CODs of all time.
Yeah.
You know?
And that movement was unlimited sprint and slide.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all you need.
You could slide cancel, yes, but yeah, like I'm fine with that. Or if I know a lot of people want to bring slide canceling back.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I don't care for it. Like, I think they shouldn't have it because it's harder for like a lot of casual players to do. But people will argue, oh, it's a skill gap.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that is true. But my argument is it's a skill gap because you're breaking like a mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
My eyes as a skill gap would be like the actual movement itself. Like if you had a jetpacks, you're not breaking anything in the game. You're just really good at like moving in the game.
Yeah.
Or, you know, what else? If they just added like a slide mechanic or a dolphin dive mechanic with no slide canceling or like anything.
Yeah.
Then it's just pure movement.
I think a return to jetpacks in the future CODs would be such a great thing. I mean, it'd be refreshing for one, but the skill gap in those games was the biggest.
Yeah, because nothing was, I mean, besides like the G slide in BO3.
Yeah.
That like you're breaking the game. You have to learn to do it.
Right.
But again, the skill gap is the jetpack and just trying to move. It's not like you're breaking anything.
Yeah. Yeah, just being able to master a movement that they have in the game. Yeah. That's like a core part of it. You know, slide canceling and everything like that. Yeah, those are all techniques and things that you can learn, like especially the snaking, you know.
Yeah.
They weren't designed to be like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's something that people have just kind of developed to break the game. But the actual jetpacking and being able to finesse people.
Yeah.
Like, what was it in IW that I remember Formal did it to Clayster on one of those maps on S&D. I can't remember what it was called, that one of the jumps, or as like a slide or whatever it was. I can't remember what this ability was. It was like a strafe that you would hit. What was the name of it? You'd be like you'd be in like one spot and then you could just like side dash like instantly.
In IW?
I think it was in Infinite Warfare for sure.
Oh, was it like an ability or something?
Yeah.
I think
it was an ability.
IW.
I'll have to go. I didn't play it. Oh,
was it?
I'm trying to remember.
Was it like a Spectre thing, like a flat? Because in BO3 they had it. It's like a flashback or something. Like you hit your triggers and then you go back like a second.
That was in that's BO3, right?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, that's BO3. I'm thinking no. IW was like it was a speed like strafe. It wasn't like where you would go back in time. Like I think you're thinking of glitch. It was something. I'll have to go look it up again.
Yeah.
But things like that are just built into the game. And again, like glitch was so cool. Seeing people use that at the proper time.
Yeah.
Was awesome. You know.
Yeah. I don't think IW had like operators like that though.
No.
So it might have just been something in the game, like his actual strafe, like his actual movement, where like, because I know the clip you're talking about, because he knew Clay was there and he like hopped up and like he boosted up, then back down and up again.
You're
and
thinking, are you thinking of that one where they get up and they're like screaming at it? It's a different one I'm thinking of. I'll have to show it to you afterwards, because that one I think he just finessed him. You know, but there's something else in there. But like my point being though, with all that is those certain mechanics that they add in the game and they're purposely built there. Those are so cool to watch because those are the most fun CODs. To really see the skill that they have. And how they're able to use those abilities. In certain situations. I love that. You know, and it's the most satisfying. Like, dude, getting a good glitch play in one of the in BO3, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing hits better.
So That's the thing. All that stuff, like realistically, you should be able to do it because this one person could do it. But it really shows the skill gap of it and how good these pro players actually are.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. The next game that's supposed to be coming out is supposedly MW3 remastered. We don't know. But yeah, end of the day, Treyarch did everything right. They're just doing everything.
Yeah.
Cold War movement, again, I'm a big believer of unlimited sprint. I like to slide. I would like to keep the slide in if you don't like slide cancel or whatever.
Yeah.
But if not that, then just get rid of everything. Just have sprint and crouch and prone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Side note, while I'm listening to you, I totally agree. It was FTL jump. That's what it was called. Was this ability where you could, like, you'd be just standing there and then you activate it and then immediately strafe like that.
Okay, yeah.
So
it's
cool.
Yeah. See, I didn't play IW, so I have no idea.
Yeah. No, that stuff is just so cool. It's like
it's built into the game for you to use at a specific time.
Yeah.
And when you do that, then that's a skill gap because you're using it at the right time.
Yeah. I don't know when we're ever going to get a return to jetpacks.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
never.
I mean, personally, I don't think we'll ever go back.
Unfortunately, I agree with you.
Yeah, because Treyarch, even though they created a really good jetpack game, it's clear that the core community, the casual players, we all like boots on the ground. Mm-hmm. Which again, I'm fine with boots on the ground.
Yeah.
But just make the movement like faster if you can.
Yeah.
And IW hasn't done it. Vanguard hasn't done it. Treyarch did it. They added unlimited sprint. Do you know how much of a big deal unlimited sprint is?
It's huge.
Like, it makes the game, even if you compare it to like another game, it may not feel fast. Because if you compare this to Cold War, right? I bet this game feels way faster,
right?
Because of that tac sprint. But in reality, in Cold War, you can just run forever.
Yeah.
Your character never gets tired.
Yeah, exactly.
And in this game, your sprint stops and your tac sprint stops.
Mm-hmm.
So
ties into the realism.
Yeah.
Do I care? No.
Give me unlimited sprint.
Yeah.
My character is a soldier.
Exactly.
He or she is a beast.
Yeah, exactly. They don't need to stop for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And they also take like 5 shots to the head to die. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, miss me with that realism stuff.
Yeah, Cold War felt more of like a the arcade like shooter of what Treyarch,
what COD is.
Yeah, what COD is exactly. What Treyarch made it feel like. Cold War felt like a BO3 MW4 or not MW4 BO4 like completely stripped down.
Yeah,
no jetpacks like abilities or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unfortunate what it's like what they've kind of done with it now. I don't know if they're going to make a return to it. What it used to be, but that's like a whole debate I want to kind of wrap up on is the game. I'm sure people have been hearing about it. XDefiant has come out, or at least the closed beta for it. And this is a whole, it's like a debate. I personally don't think this is a debate regarding this game. People are touting this game as the COD killer.
Yeah, and when we say this, it's all competitive.
Yeah,
people, none of the casual players. So if you guys don't know what XDefiant is, it's a game built by Ubisoft. Mm-hmm. It's focused on competitive first. It's, if you look at up gameplay on it, it mimics like the old Call of Duties. The movement, there's nothing crazy. It's what we were talking about, like sprinting, unlimited sprint. It's quick. You do have like abilities and stuff in the game, but it's nothing. It's not like BO3, BO4 like abilities like that.
Yeah,
where it completely changes the game.
No,
but it looks like old Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think that's what it offers. Is it offers a callback to the older CODs that a lot of people really adore. Mm-hmm. And things. I think everything that's like been good in COD, they kind of threw it into one ball and they've added their own twist on certain things. Mm-hmm. Like I see that there are certain operators that have abilities.
Yeah,
kind of like an Overwatch-esque kind of a deal. Again, just from the limited amount that I've seen.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Do you think XDefiant's going to be around for the future, or do you think it's going to be like Splitgate and kind of fade away?
I think it'll have its own little community. I don't even think it's a debate. It's not even like worth the argument of it's a COD killer.
No.
COD's never going to die. COD's in a bad state. But little old XDefiant, just coming out, like, it's not going to kill Call of Duty.
No.
Call of Duty is a monster.
Yeah, there's no way. I totally agree. I think if anything, I would want XDefiant to be a good competition.
Yeah.
For Call of Duty, and over time, I believe it may get there. But like you said, I think it's going to end up being in the realm of like the role that a Rainbow Six plays. You know, where it has its own dedicated community.
Yeah.
That people really like.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be. It's not going to replace Call of Duty. Anytime I hear people say that, I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like if it's going to replace good luck replacing Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Raven, and Treyarch.
Yeah.
4 giant developers against one little measly developer.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying it can't be done, but you're going up against years and years,
decades
of like development. Yeah. Like look how many CODs are out.
Yeah.
And XDefiant, the only reason why and I want to reiterate, it's competitive players mainly that are saying that this is, could be a COD killer. It looks like COD and mimics COD because the people that are developing the game came over from Call of Duty. They came over from Infinity Ward, and they're contacting ex-pros from Call of Duty to go and play it. During this closed beta, was smart move by them. But again, they can do this because they're a smaller developer. They're free to do whatever they want. They're not publicly I don't think Ubisoft is publicly traded. Wait, I might be capping on that.
Let me see. I don't know. I'll go
Google
Jamie it. I'm trying to see if you'd be able to find that. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. So Ubisoft is publicly traded, but I don't know what the small little team that's working on this is doing. Yeah,
I don't know.
But again, it's a very small team, very small game. They can do whatever they want right now.
Yeah.
If you get to the level of the Treyarchs, the Infinity Wards, it's hard. And I'm not making that as an excuse, but it's a lot easier when only 50 employees are working on the game compared to hundreds and thousands of employees. So,
yeah, I think any talk of this game solidifying itself in the realm of the FPSs, I think it's going to take a few years for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to come out of the gate and immediately find a spot. I see people on Twitter and all over the place. They go and post screenshots of, look at me, people are watching XDefiant right now compared to COD. How sad is this? COD's dead.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah.
You don't when I see that to me is that's the most moronic statement I've ever seen.
Yeah, because they're you do realize it's a closed beta, first of all, so you have to be invited. You need a special code.
Right.
And all the people that were streaming it are high profile players, big content creators. On top of that, they've been hyping this game up for a while.
A long time.
So they're just taking advantage of the launch of this closed beta. Of course, I would hope if you've taken that time to market it and a closed beta comes out, it does well in the first time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's gonna be your highest peak.
Yeah.
And if you kill it during the beta, which it seems like they are, then the next reiterate an open beta for everyone, that'll be even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. It's not gonna be a COD killer. It's gonna be a good competitor towards COD, but I really think it's just gonna be their own little community because I don't think it's going to be like a Splitgate where it comes out and just dies.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Splitgate was unfortunate because of the timing, and then also that team was really small.
Yeah.
That was, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe it was a smaller indie developer that made that game.
Yeah.
And it was a great game, but again, it just, I don't know what happened with it.
And that game came out it didn't come out when we started playing it.
No.
It just, for some reason, I think they changed the name of it.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
I don't know what happened to it.
I know that game, it was out before we downloaded it. They just made it free on the PlayStation Store, and then a bunch of people started trying it.
Yeah, and realized it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, because they already had their community.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think XDefiant will be like a Valorant. Valorant's like CS:GO but futuristic. They're gonna have CS:GO 2, all that stuff. I think that's what it's gonna be like, and they have the potential to be even bigger, just like Valorant. Well, we don't know yet. It's not going to kill COD. If anything, like you said, it's a good competitor. And COD, at least for the past couple of years, they're notorious for, they went away from their roots. And I personally, I think they're just mimicking Rainbow Six like completely. Like not even. I don't think they compare it to any other game. It's Rainbow Six but faster. That's what it is in my eyes, and I don't want that. Battlefield is like out of the question. It's not even there.
Yeah, Battlefield's fallen off big time.
Yeah,
you know, a Call of Duty to me has like an identity crisis right now.
Yeah,
you know, where they're straying away from what they used to be them. That was their individuality.
Yeah, like Call of Duty's Rainbow Six like 2.0. That's what it is right now, and it's just faster. But if they have a competitor like XDefiant realizing that's what we were, you know, and we evolved, but evolved the wrong way.
Yeah.
Maybe we
unnecessarily.
Yeah, maybe we just go back to what it was like that. Because XDefiant, it's not like the bare bones COD. They added futuristic things that people enjoyed in the game. Mm-hmm. Call of Duty can easily do that. Like they can easily do that. Like what happens if you know, whatever developers say Treyarch just because they're good? What's gonna stop like Activision or Treyarch? Look. Let's just buy out this whole team and offer them insane like salaries. Come over here.
Right.
We'll just buy out your whole team and then we can create like that Call of Duty. And I'm sure they could. They have the funds for it.
Yeah, they do. It's just going to be interesting to see though. Like the question is, do they even care?
No, yeah, exactly. Do they care? Because all those the developers, they left Infinity Ward. That's why this game looks like Call of Duty.
Right. You know, so the people that are still at Infinity War and the people who are making these CODs like in Activision, do they care about this game?
Exactly.
Like any like is it gonna rock the boat at all? Like, and if it does, are they gonna even notice it to be like, hey, you know, we should maybe take, you know, what's going on over there to our game?
Yeah.
To kind of take away from XDefiant.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I really have no idea. I wish and I hope that's what happens.
Yeah.
Because that's what seems like the vast majority of the people in Call of Duty want.
Yeah.
But whether or not they do that, only time will tell.
Yeah. I mean, if those people that working at Infinity Ward left, there's some reason why they left, right?
Right.
And they're like, we're going to go do our own thing at X company that wants to listen to us or whatever. Right. And maybe they hold like resentment towards Infinity Ward, but then there's like Treyarch, the good guys over there, just... I mean, it's not like Treyarch needs more people to like make a good game. They've made like all the good Call of Duties so far, but they could let's just go poach all of you.
Yeah, right
now, and we'll be good. It's like any job, like poaching like employees. It happens all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the best people that they think are going to be able to execute the job, they're just going to pay them more and offer them a better opportunity and use their skills.
Yeah.
And hopefully they do that. You know, they get some of those people over to make this COD, whatever next COD we're going to have. I don't think we're going to see this kind of evolution of COD to where most people want it within the next couple of years. I think it's going to be probably another 3 years, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know, people saying they want this in the next COD, I doubt that.
Yeah,
it's going to take a while.
Yeah, because, again, no one's like in the loop of like what's happening. MW2 this year, it didn't sell. I mean, like it sold a lot, but it didn't perform as well as Infinity Ward expected, which, again, you can't be surprised because you market it as the old MW2. It's not old MW2, but also I think that's like your fault if you went into the game thinking like that. But regardless, they had a huge opportunity. Like they were betting on that name and they didn't execute well.
Yeah, they didn't capitalize on it.
Yeah, because they could have done a lot more to make it better.
Way more.
But yeah, we don't know what the future is for like, you know, it's already April. Like guys, the new game's going to come out in November.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And who knows? Like I know they went from like the old boots on the ground. They added jetpacks, which is completely different, right? Then they went away from jetpacks to back to boots on the ground. But then they added like this tac sprint, whole new movement system. And I know it'd be harsh to just get rid of like a whole animation, but you've done it before with jetpacks.
Yeah.
How about you just take your ego, set aside, and just chop it up?
Yeah.
And give us just boots on the ground, no sliding, no dolphin dive, whatever. Maybe if you want to add that, sure, whatever. But don't be afraid to make like big changes like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the biggest risks tend to have the biggest payoffs, you know? I mean, they did that with the jetpacks. I remember it just being such a shock to people, and people hated it. And now that's all people are demanding, you know?
Yeah.
People want that. Same thing with, like, you know, some of the old, like, I mean, it's part of the COD cycle where whatever COD has at the time, people don't want that.
Yeah.
But I think people over the past few years have been saying the same thing, and it's just they're not coming close to what people want. They're totally going against what most people have been asking for. So again, like you're saying, I think they just need to set their egos aside and just like actually listen and try to implement some of the things that people are talking about.
I really think it's hard because Warzone came out, and I know that it's really good that a bunch of Warzone creators came out of it, but I really think Warzone, whether you think it helped the COD community or it's killing the COD community, I think that added like another complexity to it.
Absolutely.
Because now Warzone has like tac sprint. What if you just scrap everything off the board, right? And just start off with no tac sprint at all, right? Because look, I'm not a developer, but I can't imagine, at least from what I know of like from my realm of work, that you could turn off the tac sprint because you already have the animation built in of sprinting. Get rid of the tac sprint animation completely, and then boost the speed of like actually sprinting. It's a lot easier to take things away than add them in when it's like an animation like that. And like, at least I think, who knows, but people like jetpacks, for example, right? If they're in the middle of development and they've designed all these different elements for jetpacks, like they can't get rid of that.
Right.
Like what? Somehow they get rid of like that movement, and now they just have like walls and stuff that you can't run on or whatever. But I think it'd be a lot easier to just turn off the tac sprint animation, boost up the speed of the sprint. It's already all in there.
I mean,
it's like the red dots too. They could just flip a switch and turn on the red dots.
I know. I agree. I mean, it just seems like those are such small things that, again, you know, I don't want to act like, you know, we're the authorities on understanding how to develop these games, but for the most part, these seem like I agree with you. It must be easier to remove something that's already there.
It's built into the game. Already.
Instead of having to add something. You know?
Because it seems like, again, like they built this stuff into the game already, and it's like a failsafe for them. But there's someone there that won't push the red button to
just pull trig and do it.
Do it.
I mean, it's the same thing like you said with the red dots. You know, it's just like something that I know they could add that in a day.
It's right there.
Right. I mean, it is in the game. But I just don't get. You know, they don't, for whatever reason, they don't want to pull the trigger. And I don't know if that's part of their creative vision because they've stuck to it and they're like, no, this is what we want in the game. And it's like, you know, that's the whole debate that we've talked about over and over again. It's like, you know, what the community wants versus what the developers and, you know, whoever is really calling the shots as to what they want.
Exactly. And, you know, wrapping it all back, Treyarch can do no wrong. They're the only ones that, like, I just trust.
They always set their egos aside and be like, you know, what the community wants is what we want.
We built it in the game. There's nothing wrong with testing. I completely agree. Like, test it out. But if it doesn't work, like, you know, give it like, I don't know, a week, maybe 2 weeks. Doesn't work? It's all right. We got to change it. But I will say too, like, not to cut you off, people in the COD community, you got to take accountability because I was listening to a Twitter like listen or whatever, and it was Modern Warzone. The Twitter account, if you're not, go follow them. They do like a bunch of updates and stuff too on the game. And Charlie Intel. And when season 3 came out, people were just like, they're sending death threats to them. Like, you guys are just paid by, you know, Activision, blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys ruin it for the casual players. I'm like, you do realize all these, like, the two guys that run those accounts, they're for the casual players.
Right.
All these updates are for like us and you guys. And also, like, just side note, if you're sending like death threats to people like you don't even know,
you're a loser.
You're a loser. Like, there's no reason to like do that.
No.
But imagine if you were a dev. A lot of these devs don't have any social media anymore because of this. Because if your name is, you know, on the credits or whatever of like a Call of Duty,
people find you.
They'll find you and they're like, you ruined the game.
Yeah.
And imagine you spent 2-3 years working on this game and you think it's great, and then it flops, but instead of getting like good feedback and criticism to like work on the game through the year, they're just like, fix your game.
Yeah.
Or kill yourself.
Yeah, you just hear the negatives and beyond that, you know.
And
of
course you're gonna get off.
Yeah, and nobody ever wants to hear that, you know. Like there's a difference between that and constructive criticism, you know.
Yeah.
Like again, if you go and you're putting out polls or you're doing, you know, I don't know, like testing where people at the end of a game can vote, you know, did they enjoy their experience, or they do something online, like on Twitter, you got to vote, whatever it is. That is something that is more feasible and more, I'd say, more suitable for actual change that's going on. You going and trying to be a keyboard warrior and tweeting out to somebody, tweeting nonsense, that doesn't do shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. And people in the COD community we need to be better at that.
They gotta be more nicer. They gotta have morals.
Yeah, like you guys aren't saying this at work. I can guarantee you that if you guys are like in this.
Yeah, you ain't saying this to anybody's face.
Yeah.
So shut up.
Yeah. If you guys hear that ticking, Mike's like winding his watch.
Yeah, I was changing my watch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But like, just be better. Like God.
Yeah.
Dude, give actual feedback.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying fix your game. Like, fix what?
Yeah.
Your whole game.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
That's how I am, guys. If you come up to me and if you guys were like, yo, great podcast, but, you know, you guys should implement this and this.
Right.
I'm going to listen to you. But if you're like, yo, I don't like the podcast, okay?
I would say, why? What didn't you like about it? Man, just everything sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, personally, you're more of the, like, you'll ask why.
Right.
I'm be like, all right.
Right.
It's not worth my time.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Like,
no, I mean, again, like it's still in line with you. It's like for me, if they say they don't like it, you know, I would rather you not be like that. You should actually like again say, hey, you know, this is something like for me. Like again, just the way you present it, matters. You know, Again, if you just say like I don't like it,
you're just saying it to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would be like already kind of pissed, but I'd be like, why? Like, what's something you don't
there's
like
a difference between like say if you didn't like it and then you gave us feedback, I'm like, okay, I get that you're giving a, you know, you want, because if you give feedback in my eyes, that's showing that you care at least to improve it.
Right.
But again, the COD community, most people are just like, just fix it.
Well, like we do that with the game. You know, we say it all the time with MW2. You know, the base for the game itself is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, and like the way guns feel, etc. Like there's a lot of really good positives to take away. And there's, for us, it doesn't seem like there's big changes, but there's small changes that they can make that can have a huge impact. You know? And just the way, like I just said it there, it's like that opens up the door for conversations.
Glass is half full, not half empty.
Yeah, exactly. And be an optimist.
Yeah. Modern Warzone said this like perfectly. He's like, guys, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. And I just don't want to be toxic and upset. Like, my job is this.
Yeah.
Why would... It's like, you just want me to be upset.
Right.
All the time and tweeting, like,
man,
you know,
screw this game. The game's awful. Everything sucks. It's like...
Do you want to do that? Like, no. Like, you're optimistic.
Yeah.
Like, guys, like, at the end of the day, like, realistically, if they want to make a massive change, they could do it. They have all the funds in the world to do it. And they could do it in the snap of a finger.
Yeah.
They really could. But... you belittling like the developers and like the game with no feedback, that's not doing anything. So shout out to the people that actually like provide good feedback, because I do see Twitter and they're like, MW2 is like, it's not what it should be, but here are things that could fix it.
Right.
Well, there you go. Like, you're doing your part now.
Yeah. You know, again, you being you know, a total dick for lack of a better word, you know, just not having any respect in that aspect for like any of the work that these people have done, it's not going to get you anywhere. That attitude never gets anybody anywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, I always swear by that. Like you have to kind of look at the full picture to see what's going on. And try to be like Modern Warzone saying, be that kind of glass half full person.
Yeah.
Because that attitude, it's not going to take years off your life, and it's going to just eventually that'll at least be more proactive than you just slamming for no reason, you know?
Yeah. But our listeners, none of them are like that. I can get
no, because we have normal people.
No, yeah, actually, guys, like you guys are. Honestly, I can count on the number of my fingers on my hand that like of negative comments.
Yeah.
Like,
which we appreciate.
Legit. Like, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Because we get DMs from like you guys, like, yo, like specifically, I won't say his name, but he's like, yo, have you guys tried Gunfight yet?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't tried it yet, but he's like, oh, it's great. Me and my duo play it. I'm like, these are the people we want to talk to. Like,
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
are like, that's cool.
Yeah, I remember I saw it and I was like, dude, like, hell yeah. And just, it's easy to like actually have a conversation, like replying to him. You know? Not like having to feel so strange about like, now we haven't gotten to play it yet. What the fuck are you guys doing? You guys suck. I'd been like,
okay. yeah.
All right, man. Sorry.
Yeah. Like on YouTube, I look at the comments, right? Like, we've gotten a couple of comments that are like, these guys don't know what they're talking about, or these guys just blabber and talk about the game. Like, first off, it's a podcast.
Right, that's what we do.
That's what we're, second of all,
dude, all these guys do is talk about COD. Hey, look at the name.
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
What you want.
Thanks for the view. And I'm like, dude, I guarantee you I've been playing COD longer than you. I know that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, we don't get that many comments like that. When I get these trolls in these comments, I'm like,
yeah, we don't even bother. Whatever. Just let them go and waste away.
Yeah. But the people that actually interact with us,
We
like
love
on
you guys.
Twitter and like DM us, like, yeah, you guys are
You
awesome.
guys are the shit.
Yeah.
You know, don't think that we don't notice any of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
We may not talk about it. Like, I think it's the most open we've been, like, talking about that stuff here. But,
Yeah.
like, we see everything.
We see all you guys.
We see everything.
You know? We don't have millions of followers yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we see all you guys. We know your names. We know who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's dope.
Yeah. And, too, like, on the not Twitter polls, sorry, Spotify polls and, like, questions and stuff, I see the names of the people, like, that are constantly voting and constantly, like, responding.
Yeah.
Like, you guys know who you are because we've, like, you know, talked to you guys about it.
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So, keep doing that.
We'll end on a positive note.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Season 3, all right. It's not great. It's not great, but it's...
Yeah, it's like this. Hey, we're on the up. We're on the up.
Yeah.
You know, we'll have more as we get into it.
Yeah.
You know, it's still early days.
Yeah.
So we can't write it off, and we can't be saying its praises yet.
Yeah. We can say ranked is good.
Yes, ranked is good.
Yeah.
Ranked is always
keep playing ranked. I'm sure gunfight's good. We haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. Maybe tonight we'll go give it a shot.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Dang it, like, dude,
we'll go try it. Maybe. We'll see.
It's a good thing that they have it because I know we've wanted it in. But
the priorities,
it's ranked, guys.
I know.
Ranked.
It's like,
because if there was no rank, it's a good thing that we have both. Because in what was it? Warzone, not Warzone. MW 2019.
Yeah,
they had no ranked. It was just that. It was gunfight. That's why we played it all the time.
That's what saved us,
right? But now it's a good thing that we have both.
Yeah, it's like we talked. We'll end this really quick, but it's like we talked about this before with other games like outside of COD. Like, yes, we do play other games other than COD, and we like to, but there's priorities. Like, of course, we want to play the CODs because, you know, we're going to do it for ourselves because we like the game, and also for you guys. You know, like that's we put that above it. Like, you know, I can't not play COD for a day just because I'm like, oh, I got to play this single player game. You know, like COD always is going to take precedent over those. Yeah. You know, and like we want, again, when we do our yearly review, like it's all of that. Like we guys, you know, give you guys our honest opinions about the game. And we put in the time. This ain't no like we've been playing for 2 hours review.
Yeah, we put in a lot of time.
Yeah, put in like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hours into the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we're not paid to like say any of this stuff.
No,
yeah,
we ain't.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that we have gunfight and we have rank.
Yeah,
we will try gunfight at some point. Yeah, like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then we'll give our review on that as well once we hit it. But
yeah,
yeah. Other than that, we're just gonna keep on cruising through season 3, and we'll keep you updated. And any other news that comes our way.
Yeah,
you know?
Let us know where you guys finished off in rank too.
Yeah,
end of season 1 of rank technically.
And let us know too, what's your goal for this season? Are you trying to hit Crimson with us? Are you trying to hit Platinum? Are you trying to hit Gold? Like, where are you trying to end up?
Yeah,
you trying to be top 250?
Yeah, you guys. If you guys want tips and tricks,
let us know.
Yeah, let us know
because in the DMs,
I'm perfectly fine. Like, or you want a whole episode dedicated to tips and tricks?
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
You know, we'll give our input best we can. We'll try to help out.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to pay a fee either. See, this is free stuff.
This is
no
from 2 9-to-5ers.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you guys make it to into the Diamond and Crimson?
Yeah,
it's like, well, we'll tell you.
Yeah, like, dude, like I'll tell you. At work, my buddy plays. He plays with his friends. And he's like, "Yeah, I finished Gold 1."
Yeah,
and he's like, "It's like ranked is fun." He's like, "I get why you liked it."
Yeah.
And he's like, but man, you like go up against like some crazy people. And
you're like me?
Yeah. He was like, what are you? I'm like Crimson. And he was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And he was like, so you, because he saw the tweet too of Treyarch.
Yeah.
He was like, so you're top 3% ranked. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's crazy. And like, you like do this job.
You're like, oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah. But also you don't know what we do this podcast outside of it.
Yeah.
If I can have a 9 to 5, I can edit all this stuff, be on social media, and still hit it. You guys can too.
Do it. You can do it too.
You can do it too.
You can do it too. Exactly. On that note.
Yeah, on that note. We can end it there.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much for everyone for listening to episode 114. Be sure to go to anchor.fm/COD Casuals for all our socials. We have Spotify, YouTube, Twitter. We've been uploading to TikTok. So we have a few TikToks there. There's going to be, short clips from all the episodes. So be sure to go over there as well. Drop us a like, drop us a follow. New support, they'd be greatly appreciated, as well as the Instagram. We're also doing the same thing for the Instagram Reels, and as well on YouTube.
Yep.
I know. So we are encompassing all social media. So all
we're
those
everywhere.
Yeah, we are everywhere. You can't avoid our beautiful faces.
Yeah.
So we're there.
Yep. And we post Mondays. We post every episode Mondays 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. And again, if you're ever looking for new content on the short form content, that's going to be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3:30.
Yep.
For clarification.
Eastern.
And Eastern time.
Yep.
Because we got to respect our West Coast friends out there.
Yeah. And if you don't want to sit through the whole podcast, that's
just go there.
Yeah. Go to TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts. Everything will be cut up.
Yeah. All that good stuff. All right. I think we're good to go, man. Right?
Yep.
Great. So again, thank you everyone for listening to episode 114 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike.
I'm Justin.
We'll see you in episode 115. Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.